Hello. Today we're going to be working on polynomial operations, and we're going to take two polynomials and we are either going to add, subtract, or multiply them. So first, let's look at what we have on this page, and the directions here say add or subtract, and really you look for just the sign in the middle of the two sets of parentheses. So we have two polynomials. Here's one polynomial plus another, and we're just going to add them together. And this is nothing more than adding like terms. So, for instance, if I take the 4x squared and add x squared, I'm going to get 5x squareds. If I take the positive 5x and add negative 9x's, I'm going to get a minus 4x, 5 minus 9 being negative 4. And then finally, if I take the negative 3 and add 8 to it, I'm going to get a positive 5. And that's really all we need to do. There's nothing else that we can handle here. So we are done. We've just combined like terms. We're going to do the same thing in number 2, except notice now we have a minus sign right there. Okay, so let's deal with that. We are still going to combine like terms. However, before we do, we want to consider the fact that the entire second half is being subtracted. So this becomes a minus 4x squared. It becomes a plus 9x, it becomes a minus 8x. Alright, so we're still going to do the same stuff, but we've now distributed that negative through so everything is subtracting. So we have x squared now minus 4x squared, so we get negative 3x squared. We have a positive 5x that's being added to 9x now. Two negatives here make it a positive. So 5x plus 9x gives me a positive 14x. And then lastly, a negative 3 minus 8 more gets me negative 11. And again, we're done combining like terms, so this problem is over. And now on this page, we have our directions change a little bit. They say multiply now. So we're going to do the same basic idea, but you can see how the sign in between there is that assumed dot or times sign that's going to make us multiply. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to take the x squared and we're going to multiply it by each thing. This is a version of FOIL, if you remember it from Algebra 1, where we do repeated distribution. So x squared is going to multiply times 4x squared, go to 4x to the fourth. I'm doing my exponent rules here. There's an x squared there and an x squared there. 2 plus 2 is 4. Then I'll take x squared times negative 9x. So x squared times negative 9x is a minus 9x cubed. The 2 exponent plus 1 gets me 3. X squared times 8 gets me a plus 8x squared. And that's everything when we send the x squared through. So now let's try with the 5x. If I take 5x times 4x squared, I get plus 20x cubed. 5x times negative 9x is a minus 45x squared, and then 5x times 8 is plus 40x. Alright, and then we have one last thing to multiply through yet. We've done nothing with the negative 3, so that has to go through, so we're going to get a minus 12x squared. And there, negative 3 times negative 9x, we get a positive 27x, and then negative 3 times positive 8, we get a minus 24. And so now we look to combine like terms. So this is my only x to the fourth term, so that combines with nothing and it just stays the same. Okay, how about x cubed? Well, there's an x cubed and there's an x cubed. So we combine those and we get a positive 11x cubed. Alright, continuing on. I'd have an x squared here, writing this in descending order. There's another x squared and there's another x squared. So if I take 8x minus 45, if I do 8 minus 45, and then minus 12 more, well, 8 minus 45 gets me a negative 37. Negative 37 minus 12 more, I get negative 49, so minus 49x squared. Right? How about next? Let's use pink here. So how about 40x and 27x? They're like terms. That's easy enough. How about 67x? And then lastly, we have just our regular old number here, our constant, negative 24. And we've combined all the like terms, so that is it. And we are done.